I am Galactic Supreme, and you are now watching The Lost Galaxy. Why did Star Wars Han Solo underperform? The state of Star Wars is in turmoil. A fan base divided that has never been seen. Today's quote of the day: while sacrifices are heavy, we fight knowing that a single act of courage can ignite the fires of hope to restore peace across the galaxy. That's from the Old Republic Hope cinematic trailer. And do not laugh at my mask. It's in development. Give it time. It will be awesome. Now, where do I begin on why Han Solo underperformed at the box office? But before we talk Star Wars, let me hit a critical point between Avengers Infinity War and Star Wars. And, their franchises and how they're supposed to perform. Infinity War, with all its flaws, because it does have flaws, and the flaws are many. One is that they had to deviate from the comics because of the lack of other characters that are needed to complete the story, which is understandable. And all the fans, all comic book fans know that they're not going from, exactly from the comics. So just imagine if they did. Imagine if they stuck to the script and brought it to the screen. Because for some reason, I don't know why, some people believe that to bring to the screen a total replica of the comic book wouldn't sell. I don't know where people have gotten that notion, but I would totally go. I would totally love to see the exact events that played out in the comics on the screen, because reading a comic book and seeing it live action is two different things. You can tell me about the movie, you can spoil all the spoilers, but it does not change seeing. It's just two different things. You could hear something in the radio, but when you see something, it's a different reaction, it's a different feeling. So now, even though Infinity War did not stick to the script, they came up with their own thing there, and how Thanos got the Infinity Stones. They did not stick to the script. They made up their own thing, and for the most part, hey man, it came out good. It really did. And they came nowhere near the script. Now, if they were to acquire Fox and get the other characters all under the Marvel umbrella, then they would, if they try to bring out something that's nowhere near what's in the comics, I really don't believe that they'll make the same amount of money. I just don't. I don't see it. If you got all the characters, why not stick to the script? Bring the comic to life. Bring it to life. It will sell. Don't deviate from the story and the script. Don't do that. And that brings me to Star Wars. You see? The fan base is 3 generations strong. You got the original trilogy. Then you have the prequel trilogy in that era. And now you have the sequel trilogy in this era. However, the casual fan and the core fan are 2 different fan bases. It just is. The core fan, something happens once you become a Star Wars fan and you start to consume more and more Star Wars material. You just, as a fan, you just evolve because you ingest so much knowledge of the history and the mythos and the Old Republic and how they came about. And once you start getting into all of that, you already can tell more or less the direction in which Star Wars should be heading. However, that was not the case. That was not the case. And it left fans extremely disappointed, hurt, confused, misplaced anger. So much. It's just ridiculous. Now, the problem with all of it mostly is because of the treatment of Luke Skywalker and another another subconscious wanting from the fans pertaining to Vader. Because I know for me, it's just, once you look at where episodes 1, 2, and 3 took Star Wars, the direction they went in with the Chosen One, and once you've seen what they did with the Clone Wars and the Mortis arc, and it's, oh my God, the books, the games. Once you start to see the timeline really come together, it becomes clear that Vader, Anakin, had to destroy both orders in order for 2 new orders to grow. Or something else, whatever. But one thing I agreed with Luke, the only one thing that I really agreed from The Last Jedi, was that it was definitely time for the Jedi to end. Or, that iteration, that incarnation, that order had to evolve. They just do. And it made no sense that Anakin / Vader went through all those trials and tribulations only for the orders to keep the endless cycle of war between the 2 factions. It just makes no sense. You see? And then, to further compound the insults, because there's another problem Disney has. They underestimate the intelligence of the Star Wars fan base. They really do. And it's really sad because Solo is feeling the effects of multiple things. Because it's multiple things. It's not just that The Last Jedi expectations was subverted. It wasn't so much that. Well, that had a little part to play with too. The doing it on purpose. Like, why would you do it on purpose, Rian Johnson? Why would you do that? Why would you purposely make Luke lame. Why would you do that? You did that on purpose. Like, on purpose. On purpose. Did I mention? My dude, you did it on purpose. Like, really? When you was a kid growing up watching Star Wars, that was the play you did? You make Luke lame? Really? Really? You little kid playing with the toys and the action figures and stuff? Pew, 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 pew. Oh, I don't want no pew, pew, pew and lightsaber action. I don't want none of that. I want Luke to be a hermit and lame and run from everyone. Go. Go into hiding, Luke. Be lame and suck on blue milk that just looked so awkward. Go be lame, Luke. Oh my God, you did it on purpose, bro. Let's just hypothetically say, right? Because my theory is that there's something in the contract, something in the Disney contract that they gave Kathleen Kennedy orders like, yo, listen, based on the contract that George wrote up for us, we ain't gonna make as much money by pumping up his characters that he already had made for the universe. We need to implement and begin our own thing and do our own thing. Because using his stuff is going to even make him more money, not us. I just feel that there's something in the contract. There just has to be something that we're not seeing for them to go in the direction that they're going. It's because it makes no sense. Why would you come out with Han Solo, bro? Harrison Ford. Oh my God, don't get me going. Harrison Ford hated Han Solo. Therefore, it trickled down into the fan base. Yeah, Han Solo that dude, but at the end of the day, he's a jerk. He's a douchebag. Douche. Gotta do the right thing every once in a while, but for the most part, it's a douche. Like, and then you want to go announce that there's a Boba Fett movie coming out. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Disney, what is wrong with you? Like, if anything, if you wanted to go in a new direction, why didn't you just take the Force, like, 1,000 years into the future with the new orders already in place? Why didn't you do that? With them, occasionally, maybe they found a Anakin holocron or a Vader holocron or something or whatever, and you could have spoke about Luke, like how he reformed the order and all this stuff and blah blah blah. But no, you went and made him lame on purpose. If you had to kill him, right? Let's say that there's a timeline on this shit, because those are the orders from the higher ups. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense that Bob Iger and the other dude told Kathleen Kennedy, well, he passed over the treasure tropes, but I think we should do our own thing. And, however you see fit, girl, go ahead. Go do that. Knock that out the park. Like, with no real direction and just, I just don't see it. I don't see it. There has to be something in the contract. And because if there wasn't, you would be seeing Kathleen Kennedy fired already. You would have seen it. Or unless she got some like real stern warning that episode 9 better not, better hit the mark, because you're out of there or something. Because believe me, the episode 9 numbers are not going to be nowhere near episode 7 or 8. If you think for one second that you're going to make $2 billion off of episode 9, you got another thing coming to you, Pop. So I'm gonna let this go for now, and then I'm gonna pick up on the next video exactly where I left off at. You know, I'm gonna rewatch this for a second before I upload it. Hey, come on, man, this glue, get out of here, bro. Whatever. Anyway, Galactic Supreme signing out.